Let me now review the scripts required to get a volume slider working in your Flash projects. This is a very important set of scripts here because all Flash projects that include music or any substantial audio playback should have volume control, and this slider mechanism is the most efficient way to set up volume control. I'll be showing you another volume control method in the Jukebox project involving high, low, medium, and mute buttons, but those types of button interfaces take up more space, so this is the most space efficient slider. Start off by opening the volume slider _ finished file from the work files folder and do a control test movie and see what it is we're going to be creating here. Go ahead and click on the play button. Notice the music plays. All the way to the left is off. All the way to the right is full volume. Click on the pause, play combination. Make sure that's working. And the stop button and play. So there's the full functionality. Now you can create your own slider graphics as well as button graphics, or you can open up the volume slider _ start movie in the work files folder and use the graphics that I have here. I encourage you to create your own graphics. These are rather generic, and you'll want to modify these anyway to match the interface Chrome of the project where you're going to be placing this volume control. But you're welcome to go ahead and use these to start with to get a head start. First thing you want to do is work on the slider movie clip. This consists of a horizontal bar, 100 pixels exactly in width, and then a slider here that sits on the right-hand corner, right-hand edge of that movie clip. To create this movie clip symbol, go ahead and choose Insert, New Symbol. Call this MC _ volume slider or something similar. The actual symbol name isn't that important as long as you can recognize it. Make sure the type is set to movie clip, like so. Go ahead and click on OK. That'll give you a blank screen here, a blank canvas. Create your 100 pixel wide bar here. It can be black, any color that you want. I've seen other volume sliders that allow you to adjust the length of the groove here. That's what you're really creating. But those scripts are really beyond the scope of what I want to cover here. So with this one of the only limitations here is that that groove must be 100 pixels wide. Now add the slider graphic, convert that to a movie clip, click on the movie clip instance, and make sure you change the instance name from nothing to my slider with a capital S _ MC. Generally what I do is I label my instances, my movie clip instances _ MC. My movie clip symbols start with the initials MC. If you're going to make a mistake, this will probably be one of the places you'll forget to label that instance. Another mistake that you may make is back here in scene 1, you want to set the registration point of that slider compound there, that groove and slider combination. Set the registration point of that movie clip to the far left edge. So go ahead and drag a copy of that new movie clip from the library onto the stage right here in layer number 1. There we should probably rename this here slider. And then add another layer, probably for the buttons is the best way to do this. I've gone ahead and just placed them all in one layer to save time. Once you've placed an instance of that groove slider package onto the stage, name this movie clip instance, very important, volume _ MC for movie clip. Now work on your buttons. You're going to need 3 buttons: stop, pause, and play. Don't forget to name these instances as well. The stop button is going to be called, surprisingly enough, stop. And let's make sure that we spell this correctly. Stop _ BTN is the abbreviation that I give for my buttons. Pause _ BTN, and then play _ BTN, like so. Let's make sure these are spelled correctly and everything looks good. Click on them again. Stop underscore BTN, pause underscore BTN, and play underscore BTN. Kind of really pursuing the point here because this is probably where you'll make mistakes if you make them. So once you got your graphics set up, converted to symbols, dragged onto the stage, and then labeled correctly, we're now ready to start adding the script. Create a new layer in your timeline, label it Actions, and open up the Actions panel. Click on the very first frame of that new Actions layer and add your first line of script. Variable, var, my sound, sound equals new sound, new URL request, and then path to the sound file that you want to play. If you want to save this file to the work files folder, you can use this path. I have a series of song MP3 files there. This is setting up our sound object and then placing a sound in the sound object. Next, we create the sound channel variable, my sound channel, sound channel. Now this next line of code is to determine whether the sound is currently playing. This is going to be for our pause button. Remember that we want to pause this music, and then when we click on the play button, we want it to start in the same place as when we clicked on the pause button. So the first step here is to set up a variable, is playing, and we're going to set that to false. The next line of code is this one. This is to remember the position of the music playing when we click on the pause button to start at the same place. And then our next line of code sets our initial pause position. That's a variable. It's a number variable. Sets that pause position to 0. This is the play button event listener. We've seen that before. It's going to run the play function right there when we've detected that the play button has been pressed. That's why it's important that you label that play button, the instance, I should say, play underscore BTN. Next is our play function. That name must match this name right there. When the event listener is triggered, it's going to play this function. And that function, notice that I've remarked all this. If the music is not playing, then make it start. If is playing is true, then my sound channel equals mySound.play. There's my sound channel. So we're controlling this using the sound channel class, the play property of the sound channel class. Pause position. Notice that I'm going to play this from that pause position. Remember, we learned this earlier. The play method has a parameter that tells Flash when to start playing. That's going to be a number. 0 will play it from the very beginning. 1 will play it from 1 millisecond. 1000 will play it from the first second into the song. Don't forget the various syntax elements here, the curly braces and the semicolons. This is that conditional is playing. If that equals true, let's go ahead and open up my Actions panel so we can see more of this script now. Okay, this next section of code right here is one of the more complex aspects of the code. Let me continue reviewing this script in the next movie.